Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be giving you some ways to make money for the casino DLC relatively quickly. Now, of course, if you waited this long to try to make money, you're probably screwed. You probably won't be able to buy much in the DLC. So I'd highly recommend that you get your Twitch Prime shit set so that you can get the penthouse um, without having to do the one thing. What's that called? Without having to buy it, because you do link your Twitch Prime with the penthouse by the end of today, then you're good. If you don't, well then you're fucked. You ain't getting the shit for free. That's more shit you're gonna want to buy. So these methods will help you make money, and these are some of the best ways I came up with. Like I said, in 4 days you won't be able to make a lot, and don't buy anything. You may be able to pull it off, but I doubt it. But these will help you make as much money as possible by then. Say you have 5 mil, try to make 10 mil if you can over the weekend. If I try to get to 10 mil over the weekend if you can. Or set goals like that to make money, and then after this DLC, don't be stuck in the situation come December when the next DLC come out, or January, whenever the fuck the next DLC comes out. CEO crates are a very good way to make money if you have 2 warehouses, especially because you can do one mission for one and then kill the cooldown timer by doing another mission, which is the most effective way to do crates right there. Just going back and forth between 2 warehouses, 3 warehouses, 4 or 5 warehouses, whatever. I recommend right now though, if you're going to be doing this method, to only use 2 warehouses, because if you're trying to say fill 5 large warehouses so that you can make that, you might not be making that in 4 days. You might be able to. You can grind hard, but you probably won't. Just saying that now. But do 2 warehouses, and I recommend large. But if you don't have large, while you should upgrade, don't worry about that right now. You need to make money and do it as quick as possible. Just use whatever warehouses you got, sell it full. There's no shortcuts to crates. There's no way to sell it not full and make more money. That's not how crates work. Crates work. The more you have, the more money you make. That's how the math works out, and that's how it is for crates. And the things to remember for crates is do a mission for one, do another mission for the other, and then go back to the one you started out with, and then go back to the other one. Try to keep the crate warehouse as close as possible, and if you have a terabyte, use it. Put it outside of one warehouse, and then boom, 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 boom. That's it. It works pretty well. Use the Mark II if you have it. If you don't have these things, don't make the upgrade right now. It's not needed right now. You're trying to make money. Just use whatever warehouses you have. Use the biggest ones you have. If you have, say, 2 small and 2 large, use the 2 large and sell them full or as full as possible. Say you don't have them full come Monday night, still sell them, because that's money that you didn't have. But try to get them as full as possible before Monday. Always do 3 crate missions. Use the Mark II or the Buzzard. Use the Terabyte. And really that's all. And you should be able to make as much money as you can from these crates. And they're not a bad way to level up if you're a noob either. Another way to make money is doing your import-export with your VIP missions and client jobs. For import-export, the most efficient way to make money is selling a top-range vehicle, and you make a profit of 80K, you make 100K, but a profit 80K because you put 20K into it. Now, whenever you're doing your top range vehicle, do like how I have it here. Always select the specialist dealer. There's no need to do anything else. Specialist dealer, you make the most money, and then you customize it. You can take your time customizing, and you can blow through it. I recommend blowing through it because it saves you time, and you don't keep the vehicle, so there's no need to make it look pretty. But you pick a specialist dealer, sell a top range vehicle, and if you want to only source top range vehicles, then keep all your mid and standard range vehicles. Keep them in your warehouse. You need 10 standard and 10 mid range with no duplicate license plates on them bitches, and then you will only source top range, and that makes import export easy to grind, and you're just getting top range. That's all you need to sell. That's all you're worried about at this point. And it's pure money. If you have to set it up, take that time to set it up. And when you get a top range vehicle, don't keep it. Sell it instantly. This is 100% solo method too. You just get a top range vehicle, sell it, boom, you're done with that part of it. That's $100,000 in your pocket. So, you know, do it. It's set it up. I mean, it's going to be a grind to set it up, but do it. And then once you have your 10 standard, 10 mid range, you're only getting top range now, so you're set up for the future. And as you go, setting that up, sell your top range cars that you get along the way. If you do get any, you probably will. But say you don't, then you don't got to worry about that. But sell your top range that you get as soon as you get them. You don't need to keep any amount of them to have this method going. Use the cargo bob if you want. That'll kind of speed this up. I like driving them, just personal preference. But I do recognize that's not the most efficient way to make money. With import-export, most efficient way is to use cargo bob. I like driving them. But it's easy money. Some of the missions are a little complicated, but there's videos out there on like tips and tricks and shit to do. And I even think I might have a video on that. I'm not sure. But yeah, import-export is pretty simple, and it's one of the best ways to make money in the game, in free mode at least. Of course, with that though, that's not the only thing that you're going to want to do to make money with the import-export method. The most efficient way is to do a client job or headhunter sightseer after that. If you have the terabyte and can do these client jobs, do the client jobs instead of doing 2 VIP works in this time, because you're making 10,000 more, and that eventually adds up. But say you don't have the terabyte, then don't worry about the client jobs, because you don't need to get the terabyte right now, and you'll do a sightseer and a headhunter together. Boom. But if you do have a terabyte, I recommend diamond shopping and targeted data, which is targeted data is what I'm doing now. Those two right there are the easiest in my opinion to do. Diamond shopping is really easy, but targeted data is pretty easy too. That one I like, and it makes you $30,500, so it's pretty easy to do. You know, it's not too hard, it's not complicated. You just go in here, hack the computers, or for the diamond shopping, you go in there, shoot the dudes, grab the diamonds, and boom, you're done. They're easy and they make good money. But like I said, if you do not have the terabyte, then do a sightseer and headhunter. Now, once you do the client job, you can do headhunter or sightseer if you have one. If you have the terabyte, once you do the client job, headhunter or sightseer, whichever one you like more. I prefer headhunter, so that's the one I do. But like I said, I'm just emphasizing this. You can still do this method as long as you are willing to do sightseer and headhunter together. And this time that I'm doing this client job, you can do sightseer, and you're making like 10,000 less, which isn't much. It does add up, but it's better than not doing this at all. Now this next thing I'm doing is the headhunter after I did that client job, just showing you how it's done. I recommend using the Mark II if you have it. I just finished that client job, and now I'm moving on to the headhunter. Headhunter's easy. You assassinate the 4 dudes that are around the map, and boom, it's done. I recommend that you do this in the city, because if you don't, then you're going to have some enemies that are like a dick years away from you and stuff, so it's going to be kind of hard to get to them. They're dick years away, and then they drive everywhere, and it just gets annoying just chasing them down all the time. So make sure you do this one in the city to just make it easy on yourself, keep it simple. You get 20,000 at the end, and then after that you recycle the process. Of course, if you have businesses cooking in the background, it helps you out a lot. But if you just have import-export and access to do these missions, then just do these. You don't need the businesses right now, though that is a good investment to make in the future. But if you do have them, use them right now, because this time is very key to make money in the game, and using this method with your other businesses is the most efficient way. Some people may have MC businesses and do not use them. If you don't, check them right now to see if you have product. I don't care if you're like, oh, I know I won't have product. Check it just to be safe, because if you do, guess what? That's money you could be making. So make sure that you check them. I did the math the other day, and I forgot to even count my nightclub in there, which I've made $450 million off these businesses, and I've really only used them seriously for about a year. And for a lot of that, I wasn't even playing the game. For about a year and a half, I've been using them seriously. And like I said, for like 7 months of that, though, I didn't even really play the game much. And I've made over 530 million if I would have counted the nightclub, but 452 million without counting the nightclub or the hangar. So check your businesses. These are great ways to make money. And then if you don't use them, use them. If you don't ever check your nightclub, but you have all these other businesses, check it. Your MC businesses are easy to run solo. You can steal supplies for them. Like you can steal your supplies, do like 2 to 3 bars, or you can buy supplies, buy 1 round of supplies, and you'll always get a 2 vehicle sale. And that one, that's a way that I like to do it. And your bunker's 100% solo. Your nightclub's 100% solo. I mean, these businesses make you a good money, and if you don't use them, you need to start. And if you haven't checked them in months, go check them, especially the nightclub. And the bunker's an easy business to do solo. I mean, you just got to buy supplies one time, come back 2 hours late, 2 hours, 18 minutes later, and then boom, you sell it. All right, that's not hard. Your MCs are a little bit more delicate, and your nightclub is always solo no matter what. Don't forget to check these. Make sure you do. And your MCs you can sell solo as long as you don't get post-ups. Your bunker, you're going to want help on. Your nightclub is solo, full or not, no matter what. But make sure you check these. I mean, it's weird to see that like some people don't use these at all to make money. It's weird. But if you haven't checked them, go check them, because maybe you bought supplies one time or did some missions and forgot about it. You never know. It's always worth having a little bit of extra money if it's there. If it's not, buy supplies for it and start using it. All right? I mean, these aren't that hard, and just remember you're trying to maximize the money you can earn in this time period that you can earn legitimately, of course. So you can do like glitches and stuff to make more, but I recommend keeping it legit. Now, the heists are a very good way to make money, and I'm going to cover the criminal mastermind really quick. There's guides out there how to do it, and you'll need 4 people to do it. Criminal mastermind is really not that hard if you follow these methods, and it's $12 million if you haven't already gotten the 1 million loyalty bonus and then the all-in order bonus. That's another $2 million on top of the $10 million you get from criminal mastermind. It's really not that hard, and if you die, you can close the app real quick. Everybody closes the app. You keep it, boom, you go on. And criminal mastermind, the requirements are same crew, all in order, without dying, on hard, and boom, you have it. That's the only requirements for it. It's not really that hard if you follow some of the methods and use a little bit of common sense. So, vehicle that will help you out on this is the Kuruma. That's probably the best vehicle to use for this. But say you don't think that you're able to do criminal mastermind. Say you don't think you're able to focus, right? If you haven't done your heists, do them and then run Pacific Standard back to back. Either do this by closing out in the end of it. That's one way to do it. Or you can run it legit. Alright, you start at setup 1 and end the heist finale, and start at setup 1, end the heist finale, and keep going. The most fair cut's going to be 40-20. So the host gets 40, everybody else gets 20. That's the best way to do it. And if you're not worried about, getting the Elite Challenge, then you can have somebody run the gauntlet and blow up the bikes and then kill themselves, and then everybody will spawn out the bikes, and that way you don't lose any money in that alleyway. And then boom, you take the bikes and go. I think there's helicopter methods. You can steal a armored van. There's a lot of methods that you can do to do pack, and it's your choice. Like I said, you can close an app though, is to where right as you hit, I think right as the bottom right says goes from the canyon or whatever to Pacific Ocean, you close or something like that. And when you come back in, the host still has the heist, and then the next guy that was up, he does it, and the dude that just closed out gets 50% of the take, and then everybody else gets 25 except for the dude closed out, because if you close out, you don't get paid. That's one way to do pack, but if you want to keep it legit, like I said, you can run the thing and then run it back. You can run all setups and the heist and then go all setups and the heist again. However you want, but pack is going to be your most efficient heist to do for money. You can do Fleeka too, but Pack is the one that makes the most money. Selling cars. Say there's cars or planes that you have that you don't want to use anymore, you don't really like anymore. Sell them if you want. Now this you're always losing money on no matter what. So it's your choice. But, you know, it's there if you want to do it. I don't really like selling cars. I used to be that guy that would do that. I used to have to sell cars all the time for before DLCs, but now I don't. You know, I eventually just started buying cars and collecting them, and that's what I like doing. But of course, if I had to, I'd probably be selling some supercars right now if I had to for money. And if you want and you don't use the car, I guess you could. This one's kind of hard to call. It just depends on the situation that you're in. Alright, so the next method that you can do is your contact missions. Contact missions, of course, are in the base game. They don't make a lot of money, but if you're newer, these can help you, and these can also get you to 50,000, which will help you out with the next method. Contact missions are also fun, and if you prefer doing them over any of these other methods, then do them. You know, do what you like to make money, of course. As long as you're making money, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Just, you know, ideally you want to go for the most efficient. If you have to, just stick your nose down and grind it out. Say you hate doing crates or import export or the VIP missions or contact missions, whatever. If that's what you have, then you use them. You know, just stick your nose to the ground for a couple of days, and then you'll be happy once Casino comes out. Contact missions are a way to help you out, especially for newer players that don't have access to, say, a high-end apartment, or they don't have friends helping them, or they don't have businesses or anything like that. Contact missions will help you out a lot to make money, and I recommend it. Now, real quick, I will have a method that you can do for the terabyte that will make you some money that's very similar to this wave method. In the description, it's one of my videos that I made, and of course the money figures are off now because it's not double money, but it's still a very effective way to make money if you prefer doing it like that. But for this method, what you're going to want to do is Headhunter first, or whichever one first, it doesn't matter. But Headhunter, right, Sightseer, Hostile Takeover, and if you have to, Asset Recovery, if there's like more than a 2-minute cooldown, I guess Asset Recovery, and then you repeat. Alright, Asset Recovery is the one you want to do last no matter what, because it's very sophisticated for no reason. I recommend Headhunter, Sightseer, Hostile Takeover, do those first. And Asset Recovery is just difficult. I think for the most part, you'll be able to hit Headhunter, Sightseer, Hostile Takeover, Asset Recovery. Now, the only annoying thing about this method is that at first there is that 5-minute wait, because you have to, the way you have to set it up is Headhunter or whatever mission first, wait 5 minutes to do the next mission just because of the cooldown. That is kind of annoying. But like I said, it's Headhunter, Sightseer, Hostile Takeover. If you have to, Asset Recovery. But try to keep it as Headhunter, Sightseer, and Hostile Takeover. This is the VIP method to make money, and you just need 50K to do it. And while you're a VIP, grind. Alright, grind, because you have a time limit. You have 4 hours. That's it. Which, if you log off and forget to what you call it? Do that one thing. What's that called? To retire or whatever, or end the contract. Then you have to wait. And once you get back on, say you had 30 minutes left. You have 30 minutes left. Now you have 12 hours to wait, and the 12 hours goes away over like in real life time. It's not just based off of how long you played the game. Like if you go to bed, go to work, and come home to play GTA, you'll have it all done. You know, if it's been 12 hours since you retired, then yeah. So I recommend like 10 minutes before you get off, or like as you're getting off. Like if you can get that, just retire and then wait like 10-15 minutes in game, and then it should save by then that you retired, and then get off the game. That's what I recommend doing. And make sure you do retire though before you get off, so that your time's not going down. I'm not sure if the time goes down while you're not playing the game, like if you're registered. I don't think it does, but I know that the cooldown for it does go down, while at least it used to while you played the game. So make sure you do that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next one. Hope this makes you plenty of money. Have a good day, and bye.